When you think of vehicle-mounted weapons, your mind probably goes to the classic 50 caliber heavy machine gun. It's the standard baseline for light armored support. Or maybe you think of the other extreme, the massive, slow-firing 120mm cannon found on a main battle tank, designed to punch through the thickest possible armor. The XM913 50mm Bushmaster is a different breed of weapon entirely. It's a next-generation medium-caliber system that blends the high fire rate of an autocannon with the destructive power typically reserved for much larger platforms. Categorizing this correctly is important because it changes what the vehicle can actually do. It allows a smaller, more mobile platform to engage the kinds of heavy targets that used to require a 70-ton tank to handle. For decades, the 25mm cannon was the standard. But modern combat is happening at longer ranges, and enemy armor is getting tougher, leaving these legacy systems struggling to make an impact. To bridge that gap, the U.S. Army developed the Advanced Lethality and Accuracy System for Medium Caliber, a program focused on bringing heavy-duty firepower to lighter vehicles. The physical core of that program is the XM913. By moving up to a 50mm barrel, engineers have effectively doubled the diameter of the Army's previous standard vehicle weapon. You can see the scale here. These 50 by 228mm rounds represent a massive jump in physical volume compared to older shells. That extra space inside is key. It provides the room needed to pack in complex internal payloads and the sensors required to trigger them. In this system, the physical size of the bullet is essentially a high-tech chassis. It's built to house the software integrations that we're about to see in the engagement sequence. An engagement starts long before anyone pulls a trigger. The vehicle's passive sensors are constantly scanning the environment, analyzing the battlefield for heat signatures. Once a target is identified, the fire control system takes over. It processes incoming threat data instantly to help the crew decide exactly how to respond. The computer factors in distance, wind speed, and target trajectory to create a precise ballistic solution. Once finalized, it locks the solution into the turret's physical mechanics, aligning the barrel with near-perfect accuracy. This preemptive calculation is where the lethality starts. Using these algorithms, the system minimizes human error before a single shot ever leaves the barrel. With the target locked, the mechanical sequence begins. The handling system draws a 50mm round and rams it into the chamber. The gun can cycle through these rounds with incredible versatility, firing single precision shots, controlled rapid bursts, or 200 rounds per minute. For armored targets, it fires a specialized armor-piercing round. The outer casing peels away mid-air, leaving a high-density penetrator flying toward the target at hypersonic speeds. But the real intelligence is the airburst round. Mid-flight, the fire control system beams detonation instructions into the fuse. It can explode on impact, bury itself inside a building before detonating, or explode mid-air to spray fragments over enemies in a trench. This combination of mechanical speed and programmable shells means one vehicle can handle multiple different types of threats without ever needing to stop and reload a different ammunition type. When the gun actually fires, the visual is striking. The turret remains perfectly stabilized and calm, even as the cannon exerts massive physical force. You see a massive muzzle flash, followed by a concussive shockwave that kicks up dust and debris for meters around the vehicle. Downrange, the engagement chain concludes with a devastating transfer of energy. Whether it's a kinetic dart or a programmed airburst, the effect on the target is immediate and total. The Army's goal with the XM913 isn't just to fire more bullets, but to make every single shot more effective. It's a shift toward programmable lethality, aiming to give crews the right tool for any target they encounter on the move.